President of Sisters of Jannah, SOJ, a faith-based women-focused NGO domiciled here in Nigeria with zones spread nationwide and sparse membership living overseas. We care to know why she founded that organization. Our passion for women's development, empowerment, and mentorship, as well as our burning desire to provide support to the less privileged and eradicate poverty among Muslim women in Nigeria, fueled our decision to establish Sisters of Jannah in 2016. Through SOJ, she has been able to positively impact and influence the lives and well-being of thousands of Muslim women in Nigeria. She's a visionary leader who yearns for a Nigeria where women, especially Muslim women, can thrive and break barriers in their respective careers. Is also the proprietress of Jamesland Private School in Lokogoma, Abuja. She's an enthusiastic educator with 18 years teaching experience in delivering British curriculum and certified teacher in designing, planning, and delivering engaging lessons, creating and developing medium and long-term plans, differentiation, effective classroom management, and detecting child neglect and child protection, Educare UK. Our sojourn as a teacher made her embark on various continuous professional development skills, both locally and abroad, like the Educational Development Association programs at Home Team College, Cambridge, UK, staff development for educators in Las Vegas, USA, Kagan Structures Collaborative Learning in Florida, Orlando, and immersion training at OS3, England. Ramatu Aliyu is a native of Ilorin in Kwara State and is happily married with 3 kids. She is a lifelong learner and an avid reader with a keen interest in science. Takbirullah. Such a woman like this, I say it with all sense of responsibility and humility that she is a pride to us in Islam. Our prayer for our sister is that may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase her in wisdom. Amen. May Allah increase her in knowledge. Amen. We pray Allah to continue to be with her. Amen. So much so that whatever she lays her hands upon shall prosper. Amen. And may Allah preserve her for us. Amen. Elongate her lifespan. Amen. With peace of mind. Amen. She is going to discuss with us Muslim women, political and domestic responsibilities in the changing world. Let us remain calm and listen attentively. I want to have Muhammad. I have the similar honor of inviting to the podium special guest of honor to speak with us and do justice with that topic. Please, let us say Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. All protocols fully observed. We've been here for like 10 minutes and we've been listening to so many talks, and I just want us to have a little break. And do I have an assistant?
I would like to just jiggle us a little bit as a teacher, women, how they are feeling this morning. And you have to use an adjective to describe how you're feeling. An adjective that starts with the first letter of your name. So my name is Ramatu, and I would like to use the adjective, perhaps radiating Ramatu or ravishing Ramatu. That's how I am feeling this morning. So if I don't have an assistant, I will go by myself. How are you feeling this morning? You have to use an adjective to describe how you're feeling.
I'm overwhelmed.
What is your name? Sophia. Got to look for an adjective to start with letter F. Fantastic. Happy.
Yeah, so I'm happy.
Happy, laugh. Ginger Ghanaian. Give them all a round of applause, please. Right. So let's get right into the business. Welcome to the third Biennial Zonal Women Conference being held today at NASFAT headquarters, Abuja. And the theme for this year is Muslim women, political and domestic responsibilities in the changing world. My name again is Ramatu Aliyu. I'm the National President of Sister Sojourner. The outline of the presentation is as follows. Understanding the role of the Muslim women at the domestic, we have graded it into three aspects. Spiritual aspect, economic aspect, and the social aspect. We'll look at those three aspects. And the last but not the least is the political aspect. But the big question that we need to ask ourselves, and why we're even having this conversation in the first place, is are men and women equal? Ask yourself that, turn to your neighbors and ask them, are men and women equal? Turn to your neighbors. Turn to your neighbors. You have 1 minute to discuss with your neighbor. Are men and women equal? Discuss, and I'll get feedback. Five, and stop. Let's have feedback, please.
My name is Mama. Men are women and not equal. The answer are for one Allah inside. So men are the head. Women are meant to be submitted, but they have to be fair and justice for the women. But there's no equity between men and women in Islam.
Do we all agree with that? Fantastic. So gender equity is a very sensitive topic in Islam. Consequently, there are broad spectrums of argument and understanding of the subject area. Allah said in Surah Hujurat, verily, the most honored of you in the sight of Allah is he who is the most righteous of you. Still, people wonder that if men and women are different from each other in many ways, but will that justify or imply inequality in Islam's attitude towards men and women? Men and women are spiritually equal in the sight of Allah, depending on their individual level of God consciousness. If any do deeds of righteousness, be they male or female, and have faith, they will enter paradise, and not the least injustice will be done to them. Role of women. Since men and women have different physical and physiological makeup, they have been naturally assigned different social, political, and economic roles. However, though different, these roles must be performed complementarily, like the mutual relationship between the spoon and the knife, the nose and the ear, the lungs and the heart, or the two wings of a bird. Third, none of these entities can claim superiority over the others, since all are important in their natural roles. Leadership. Leadership is inevitable in any organizational setup, including the family. Man has been assigned this position because of his role of economic support of the whole family. Even though he is the leader, this does not mean he is entitled to disregard the rights of his wife and the children. He is expected to govern his own with mutual consultation, not autocratic, as Allah enjoined in Quran chapter 42, verse 38. And the Hadith evidence. The Prophet ﷺ demonstrated this consultation even in a political matter at the Battle of Hudaybiyah, when he was refused permission by the Prophet to proceed for pilgrimage. Some of his followers felt this was a disgrace and showed unwillingness to accept his authority and go back. His wife, Salama, advised him how to resolve the crisis, and when he followed her advice, the crisis was peacefully resolved. The modern Muslim. We're all modern Muslims, whether we like it or not. It is a reality. In today's fast-paced and ever-changing world, being a Muslim woman comes with its unique set of challenges and opportunities. In this session, we explore ways we can navigate this modern world and its obstacles while staying true to our values in our faith, Islamic faith. How do we cope? In our ever-evolving world, it's common to have moments where we feel overwhelmed as we strive to meet the expectation of a rapidly changing society while remaining steadfast in our faith. As a Muslimah in particular, we often juggle multiple commitments to our family, education, work, and community that make it hard for us to find a sense of balance. How many of us feel overwhelmed at times? I do, I certainly do, trying to balance the home and your work. Sometimes you come back from work, you're tired, you just want to lay down, but because you're the woman, the man comes into and says, "Where's my food?" Like, oh, we just came out together. How many of you have been in that position? So today we will find solutions to some of these problems. During this journey, it's important to remember our purpose and put trust in our Creator, all the while embracing the diversity and differences that exist around us. By doing so, we empower ourselves to navigate the complexity of the modern world with strength and confidence. So how can we attain this path of balance and harmony amidst the dynamic landscape we find ourselves? I'll quickly go now to call to action. You can jot down. The first is education and professional growth. Many Muslim women have made their life across all professions, from health to social work, education to the arts, pursuing education, professional growth, and career opportunities not only empower us as individuals, but also allow us to contribute to the betterment of society. By excelling in our chosen fields while upholding our Islamic values, we can serve as positive role models and ambassadors of our faith. Invariably, we're saying thirst for knowledge. Keep improving yourself. Attend seminars, attend conferences. Keep improving yourself daily. Don't sit on your horses and say, "Oh, I have my certificate as a graduate." It doesn't end there. Every day, better yourself. The next is maintain family and community connections. Family and community are a significant part of our faith. Prayer, Being kind to others and celebrating Ramadan and Eid al-Fitr are among the many acts of worship that Islam encourages us to observe together as a community, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us so much more reward for it. In turn, even if we're tied down by the demands of the modern world, nurturing strong family bonds and maintaining connections with our communities can uplift us emotionally and spiritually. So it's important that we try to prioritize time for our family, community groups such as NASFAT, and friendships, as doing so makes for us to overcome the challenges we face ahead in this modern world. Seeking knowledge and spiritual growth. That's the third point. Constantly learning and growing in spirituality helps us stay grounded in our values when navigating the modern world. Seek knowledge about Islam in as many means possible. Attend Islamic lectures, reflect on Quran and engage in group discussions. Dedicate time for reflection, introspection, and seeking closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Through heartfelt words and personal prayers, through building our knowledge of and connection to our deen, we become grounded amidst the distractions of the modern world and more focused on our purpose. How many of us are in any form of Islam here now? Show of hands. If you're not, please try to start. Get yourself registered one step at a time. Balance personal and professional life. That's the very tricky one, isn't it? It was the example I just gave. As a working mother, how do you balance your personal and professional life? In turn, striking a balance between our personal and professional responsibility also makes it easier for us to dedicate enough attention and energy to various aspects of our lives. Set clear boundaries and prioritize time for family, worship, self-care, and personal development. I like to call it self-love. And some of my friends tell me, you're always going on and on about this self-love. Why are you so passionate about self-love? And I said, that's the only way I get by. When I come back from work, I need to go upstairs all by myself and just lie down and do nothing. That's how everybody has their own way of self-love. You need to love yourself first before you can love any human being. If you don't love yourself, you can't love any husband, any children. So because I am happy, my children can feel it, my husband can feel it, and then everything is being balanced. And one of the most important things is also prayers that have good husbands. We should be our priority for our children, pray to have understanding husbands and good husbands that we can actually say, oh, darling, today I'm a little bit tired, can we buy food or can we do something? We don't have to, it's a responsibility to take care of your own. But please, in all of this, self-love is important. If you don't remember anything, take that away. Then utilize, the next point is utilize technology mindfully. In today's digital world, we face a number of opportunities and challenges. Certainly, we can use technology to increase our knowledge of Islam and also teach others about our faith. Social media, websites, and apps are one of the many ways we can interact with Islamic content and increase awareness about our deen. However, we should also be cautious of the dangers of technology and its potential distractions. Are you always online when it's time for prayers? By navigating this digital space responsibly to share knowledge, connecting with community, and strengthening our faith, we can harness the power of technology while safeguarding our well-being and staying true to the values of Islam. These days, I'm hardly online. I come online once in a while. I do like 10 posts and just put it that it will post by itself, and I'm never there. Nobody's noticing that I'm never there. So that's using technology wisely. Yes, there's a platform that I need to go on every day. But what do? I find time like weekend and make like 10 posts, and then that's it. It will post it for me. And I don't go online the way people think I'm always online, no? And we need to be, because my children started telling me, I think that's okay, more your life than love. I started hearing that. No, I think you're always online. I'm talking to you what do I do? Anytime they want to talk to me, I leave the phone and say, okay, I'm listening. But even though my mind is still on what I'm doing, but I try to give that attention both to our husbands and our families. Let's use technology wisely. Navigating the modern world as a Muslim requires striking a balance between our Islamic values and the demands of contemporary life. By embracing our faith, building a strong personal identity, constantly learning and seeking knowledge in all aspects, growing in spirituality, maintaining family and community connections, and engaging in positive digital-based spaces. Don't join some groups that will just reveal you completely, and there are lots of them online. We can navigate the modern world with confidence and resilience. Let us remember that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us with the ability to adapt and thrive in any environment while remaining steadfast in our faith. May we continue to embrace the beauty of our faith while positively influencing the world around us. The last but not the least is build a supportive community. Likewise, it is important to surround ourselves who provide us with a sense of belonging and support, building strong bonds with people who bring you closer to Allah and encourage you on the journey through life. Find work environment with respect and accommodate your religious practices. By building these connections with a community that aligns with our values, we create a support system that empowers us to navigate the challenges of the modern world while staying true to our beliefs and aspirations. We move now to politics. What is the role now politically? The first and underlying and salient point that we should look at is monotheism. To explore and come to a full understanding of the concept of monotheism. That's Tawhid, which simply means there is no other God than Allah, irrespective of the position you are sparing to. Monotheism should be very strong and underlying point for you. Nothing can be on the same level as Allah. There is nothing which is as noble and deserves the same praise as He. The basic equality that defines and exists between humans, equal rights and responsibilities, human excellence as measured in terms of one's devotion, the teaching of justice, humanity, solidarity, equality, all of these are virtues that a woman aspiring to be a politician or a leader must have. You must be just, you must be empathetic, have empathy, you must have the fear of Allah. Let's go back to the prophetic mission. Returning a favor, the respect for others, liberating ourselves from the shackles of ignorance and humiliation, the teaching of love, respect for one's elders, parents, care, and empathy for orphans and people who are destitute, the prohibition of violence. This also includes justice and empowerment to both males and females. You need to have a lot of good values before you venture into politics. Otherwise, you would rather win your dunya and lose your akhirah. So, in essence, what I'm trying to say is that fear of Allah should be what should spur you. Trying to help humanity should be what should spur you. That should be your guiding values for wanting to be a leader in a society. What is our mission on earth? Teaching about the earth's wealth and fertility, prosperity, the political principle of benevolence, the development of culture, science, and economics, social and political development, taking care of earth's natural resources, and of course, procreation. These and many more are our mission on earth. Now, what is the status of a Muslim woman? Before I go on, there are a lot of misconceptions about a Muslim woman and whether she has rights or not to be a politician or the rights that she has to be a leader. Whether can she be a head of state? Can she be a governor? And a lot of questions that we modern women are asking ourselves nowadays. Some of these misconceptions that we must clear away from that men are the masters and women are the slaves, that men are superior to women, that men are allowed to beat women, that one man equals 2 women, that one male witness equals 2 female witnesses. The spiritual aspect. Gender equality best exemplified through Adam and Eve. The Quran states that both sexes were deliberate and independent, and there is no mention of Eve being created from another thing other than what Adam was created from. Both men and women alike are recipients of the divine breath because they are created with the same human spiritual nature. Allah has invested both genders with inherent dignity and has made men and women collectively the trustees of Allah on earth. The Quran does not blame women for the fall of man, nor does it view pregnancy and childbirth as punishment for eating from the forbidden fruit. On the contrary, the Quran depicts Adam and Eve as equally responsible for their sin in the garden, never singling out Eve for the blame. How many of us have heard that story? Eve told him to eat the apple and therefore Eve is condemned. Economic aspect. The Sharia Islamic law recognizes the full property rights of women before and after marriage. With regard to the women's right to seek employment, it should be stated first that Islam regards her role in society as a mother and a wife as her most sacred and essential one. There is no decree in Islam that forbids women from seeking employment whenever there is a necessity for it. Islam places importance in the woman's role, a daughter, a wife, and a mother. Marriage in Islam is based on mutual peace, love, and compassion, and not the mere satisfying of human sexual desire. The female has the right to accept or reject marriage proposal. The husband is responsible for the maintenance, protection, and overall leadership of the family within the framework of consultation and kindness. The mutuality and complementary of husband and wife does not mean subservience by either party to the other. Should marital disputes arise, the Quran encourages couples to resolve them privately in the spirit of fairness and priority for the custody of young children up to the age of about 7 is given to the mother. I will quickly leave the last, my second aspect or social aspect, which is more on polygamy, that my second speaker will be talking about. Political aspects, eligibility in public office. Wilaya Kasa and Wilaya Amma, men as Kawamun over women. Aya al-Mudayana on the 2 women witness, equivalent to 1 man testimony. Exercise of one's profession. Women as judges. These are questions begging to be answered. Can women be heads of state? What do you think? Yes or no? Yes. You see me? I will think right there. Okay, the general rule in social and political life is participation and collaboration of males and females in public affairs. The believers, men and women, are protectors one of another. They enjoy what is just and forbid what is evil. They observe regular prayers, practice regular charity, and obey Allah and His apostle. On them will Allah pour His mercy, for Allah is exalted in power and wise. There is evidence of participation by Muslim women in the choice of rulers, in public issues, in lawmaking, in administrative positions, in scholarship and teaching, and even in the battlefield. Importance of cultural relativism. While principles of Islam exist, one cannot negate the existence of various cultures. How the Quran and the Sharia law is interpreted can be different in the Arab world and Africa. The African context, it embraces the universality of human rights, those including women empowered in the public sphere, able to participate in social and political life and develop themselves. Conclusion. General equality based on Western concepts and models should not be followed at all. Media sometimes portrays the Muslim women as oppressed and passive. Is that true? No, we are very free and we're very confident. Tendency to focus on the public sphere disregarding the importance of women in the private sphere, that is our goal. Conclusively, this may provide a distorted view of Muslim women and their ability to exercise their rights. Sometimes when we follow the media too much, what they portray, especially the Western world, it will derail us. We will not make our ahira, especially when it comes to saying that women are the same as men in everything. It's not true. So we have to know our roles. We have to understand our roles as women in order to perform effectively both at home, domestically, and politically. There is a need to break these misconceptions and realize that the principle of Islam seeks what is good for both man and woman, emphasizing their importance in the roles they play, as well as the importance of preserving their dignity and rights as human beings. Jazakallah khairan. Thank you so much for having me. I hope that I didn't bore you too much. Thank you to the organizers. Thank you to all the women who have worked hard to put these beautiful and auspicious events together. May Allah reward you all with the best of both worlds. Jazakallah khairan.
Thank you, Allah.